What is a lexer? That's the question I left off in the last video where I went over the syntax of our programming language. Let's go back to the source code we've been working with. The lexer will divide the source code into individual tokens. Tokens are to a programming language like what words are to a sentence. We can divide the source code into those individual tokens, and each one of those tokens have a different purpose. For example, push is a keyword, 10 is a number, semicolon as well as semicolon. This system draws a parallel to the way we understand human languages. For example, let's take a look at this sentence. This sentence has 4 components: a subject, a verb, an object, and a punctuation, in this case, a period. All these individual words or individual tokens make up an entire sentence. Programming languages work very similar to this, and drawing this analogy will definitely help you in understanding how computers can understand language very similar to us. Of course, they don't have the same comprehension skills, but that parallel will help us understand how the lexer works. Let's create a token.h or token.hpp class. First, let's include all the libraries we need. Next, let's create the enum. This will contain the kind of token we have. And if you were paying attention, these are the same values or words or whatever I used in the presentation. Let's create a class to represent the individual tokens. Let's add the values to represent the token. The value standard string will hold the actual characters. For example, for the token push, it will hold the letters P-U-S-H. Token kind will hold what kind of token it is, which push is a keyword. And the next line is just a constructor. Next, we'll add 2 if statements, which will check if the kind we pass in, like a token, integer, and semicolon, matches with the token, and match will check if the value is what's inside the token. Okay, I know I could probably use a function operator overloading stuff or whatever, but I decided not to since, I don't know, it's just not my style. This is going to be very useful when we write the parser and we want to know whether what we come across is a keyword, a integer, a semicolon, or whatever. This code is to print out the actual string representation of the token. We're going to use this in cout. Sorry, it looks so ugly. That's C++'s fault. And sorry about the line wrapping too. If I widen out the window, it won't show up on your screen. So you kind of have to deal with it. Finally, we can add the function, which will actually tokenize the string or the source code we pass in and return a vector or a dynamic array of tokens. Let's create our token.cpp file. Let's include all the libraries we need. Create the 2 is and match functions. Finally, let's create our lexer function. We will create a vector and get an iterator to the start of the string and return our tokens. We will loop until the end of the string. We will skip over any spaces or new lines we have. Finally, we'll check for a character, and if the character is a semicolon, we will push the semicolon token on the list of tokens. Now, once we hit a digit, we will keep running and keep looping through the string until we hit a non-digit, collecting every single character into the string stream. This will mean that we've gotten all the actual characters for that specific number we came across, and then we'll push the integer token onto the list of tokens. Now we'll check if it's an alphabetical character and do the same thing, but instead of looping is alpha, we'll do is alnum. This is so that all the keywords can start with the character and then have anything afterwards being an alphanumeric. So it can either be an alphabetical character or a numerical character. Finally, just like the previous one, we will push back the token. This time we will push back a keyword. Finally, we will now abort if we have an unexpected token. Now let's create our main function, include all the libraries we need, create our main function, and make sure to get the command line arguments. We will make sure that they actually passed in a source file, and then we will get all the data from it and put it into the string stream buffer. Finally, we'll convert it into a string and call the start function. The start function will call the lexer and print out every single token we get. As you can see, we got all the tokens from our source code, and the tokenizer works exactly as intended. Stay tuned for the next part where I go over the parser.